Hey, welcome again to another Cooking with Rico. Got myself a new Blackstone. This is the Blackstone Pro Series with the 3-burner, 28-inch grill top, and two cookers on the side. I like it because it's got the sides that dismount and collapse, built-in cutting board, hanging hooks, rack for your paper towels, rack for your trash can, plenty of storage. Your propane tank goes inside, so no more having to have the propane tank outside. You know that sometimes you want to move it on a whim, and it's always nice to have it the inside, not being outside and having to unplug or plug in or whatnot. But the storage is what I love. Just your stuff you use the most. It's retails for $600. I got it for half that. So my wife and family indulged me. I needed another Blackstone like I needed another you know what, but hey, we love our Blackstones. We love cooking on them. And deal's a deal. Can't pass it up. And then you know about the magnets. That's awesome. Be able to put your spatulas in the heat of battle. Just be able to put them there. I'm going to walk you through how I cure this. It's important you do it right. Take your time. Don't overthink it. You do it right, you're going to have thousands of good cooks out and enjoyable cooks. That's the whole thing about having the Blackstone, is having fun, be able to cook well, and have fun while you're doing it. All right, follow me. Let's do this. Starting it a little bit late, but wanted to bring you in on a new Blackstone Pro Series I just got. Got a smoking deal on it, so couldn't pass it up. Right now we are in the process of seasoning the grill. So first thing you do is obviously just, wash everything down, dust it. This is cold rolled steel. This is the one and only time that I use dish soap on it. Just use a little container with a little bit of dish soap, good metal scrubber, scrub it all down, get all the dust, grime, chemicals from the factory, as much of it as you can off. And then you simply just wipe everything out into the dirty chamber, splash with fresh water, clean it off, get a good towel, clean cotton towel, dry it off, and then just turn it on and let it sit on high. It's gonna start turning a little dark, some oddball colors. You want to get it to about 500 degrees or hotter, and once it's at 500 degrees or hotter, you're gonna go in with a teaspoon of the Blackstone griddle seasoner. Now, I have seasoned several of these Blackstones, and I used to use oil. I started with canola oil, then I would go to more expensive oils, and decided to try the Blackstone griddle seasoning. And I think this is it, guys. If you're gonna get a Blackstone, just get a Blackstone griddle seasoning conditioner. Can't go wrong with it. Makes the job easier. I get good results from it. I think it's worth the buy. It's my personal opinion. But watch this. The first layer just burned off. I'm gonna watch me put on a second layer. All right, this is how much you're gonna use. This is how much I use. About half a tablespoon. Just your cloth, get your tongs, get your gloves on, because again, this is screaming hot. And it's gonna start melting right away. Just get this, move it around, cover some real estate with it. Cloth is still not touching the griddle, just letting the conditioner settle in. And now that it has all melted in, now I'm gonna go ahead and nice. So you don't want to do too heavy of a coat. You just want to do nice, light coat. If you do too heavy of grease, oil, or whatever you're choosing, you're going to end up getting some grimy residue. So you want to do a nice, thin, slick surface. Just paint it on. And immediately it's going to, because it's so hot, start smoking away. You need that oil to smoke away, burn in. The reason it's getting so hot is all these pores are opening up on this rolled cold steel. So obviously once I hit the top surface, you got to go in and go all around the edges. These corners are super important. Believe you me. You want to do your scrambles, your pancakes. You don't want anything getting stuck on these little corners. So all those in, and then do the edges. Do the edges. I'm wearing my Blackstone gloves because the surface is screaming hot. Screaming hot. So be thorough. Get all the surfaces, including the outer edges. Including the outer edges, because food will spill, and if it does, you are gonna wish you covered the whole plancha. Otherwise, stuff will stick. This gives it a beautiful non-stick coating. Super hot. The science behind it. Super hot. All the pores to the metal are open. Put a nice thin layer of oil. It's going to cause that oil to seep in to the pores and create that black glass finish that we all want to cook on. You see there's some residual grease on the rag, and that's what you want to do. Never do big glops of it. I've seen videos on YouTube where these guys go in and just shower. They say, oh, a couple of tablespoons, and they end up putting half a cup. That's not a tablespoon or two. If you do it right, you're going to have better results. Non-stick surface that you're going to love cooking on, because it's going to be non-stick and super easy to clean. That's it. We're going to take a break, let that all burn down, smoke out. That was my second layer. We'll do a third. That's about all I do, a third. Depending on how it looks, I may do a fourth. I got the time, why not? But see all that smoke coming off of it? That's what you want to see. Some people see the smoke and they get scared. That's what you want to see, guys. That's the oil coming into the pores of the rolled steel. And again, creating that black glass finish, that non-stick finish we all want. Super easy. Don't overthink it. It's getting there. It's getting there. You can see it's pretty glossy. It's pretty black. But we are going to go with one more coat. What you want to do at this point is just inspect the whole perimeter of it. You will see that it's not going to be evenly colored. Now, I've done over a dozen of these in my lifetime. And like everything else, you know, it makes it look easy once you've done it a couple times. I kid you not, the first times I did these, it would be very discolored. It would be dark in the middle or certain spots. So the trick to it, again, is don't use too much oil. Don't let it pool. Nice, thin coat. This is one of those times where less is more, definitely. But look and see if there's any discolorations or parts that are not as dark like I'm seeing right here. I'm going to go with a little bit deeper, a little more oil on this side. But I think this is going to be my third and last coat. And this third and last coat is where I do go a little bit heavier. Not much. Check it out. Saw what I did last time. We use a little bit more of that spoonful. Let's go in. Again, same rag. You don't have to use, I would not use paper towels. You see all these guys on YouTube using paper towels. Like I teach my kids all the time, the right tool for the right job. I mean, I just split up a rag that I wasn't going to use. It's a clean kitchen rag, but just the same. I mean, so you sacrifice a rag. Costs about as much as if you would, you know, a whole roll of paper towels, which some guys use. But the paper towels are going to give you a bunch of lint and burn real off real easily. Just use a nice cotton towel and you'll be that much better off for it. There's times when saving a buck is saving a buck, but here, this is something you're going to have a lifetime. If you do this right, this is an heirloom. You'll be able to pass it on to your kids, so don't go cheap. Don't be like me where I forgot to put on the glove. and I'm feeling it. Get the glove back on. So again, this is the thickest coat I've done, but that's because I want to make sure I got everything covered. Going a little bit heavy on the spots that I noticed were a little discolored. And don't forget those edges, guys. Don't forget the corners. Don't forget the edges. Nice and easy, take your time. These corners, I can't tell you how important it is to cover those corners, because that's where your eggs, your potatoes, your pancakes, they're gonna stick. Now, a lot of people will tell you use bacon for your first cook. I gotta get into the science of it, but believe me, onions. You wanna go with onions on your first cook. So I'm gonna show you how I do that. Nothing fancy to it, but onions release chemicals that again will help this roll cure. I don't claim to be a major expert, but I've done this over a dozen times. I cook on these and I'm successful at it. So take it for what it's worth. Beautiful smoke. Now, if your rag leaves a little bit of lint or whatnot, that's what I got this for. Get your rag again, one of your scrapers, and just do a little squeegee. This is also going to help make sure you don't have any of that extra oil. Go both lengthwise and widthwise with it. Make sure you get a nice even coating. Get those corners. You don't want the oil to pull anywhere, because that too much oil is not a good thing. It's going to make the grill be sticky and just grimy, and you're not going to have that beautiful non-stick, which is what we're after. I can't stress that enough. And let it burn off, guys. Let it burn off like before. And you'll have success. Many, many, many happy cooks. Magic time. Time to do our first cook. You do you. My recommendation, first cook. Everybody says bacon. I say onions. We're gonna keep it simple. Just a little olive oil. Little EVOO, extra virgin olive oil, some onions. So what we're going to do is just drizzle a little bit down. You don't need too much, just a little bit. Chris already chopped me up some onions here. Nothing fancy, just one white onion, one brown onion, one red onion. And that's all there is to it. And the reason we're using onions is onions give off a chemical that's going to finish helping cure the grill. And you can see already that non-stick surface we were looking at or hoping for, we have achieved. The onions are just going to help seal the deal. But these onions are not sticking. They're like grease on a hot pan. So that already tells me that you did a good job seasoning this grill, the griddle. Gonna let those cook a little bit, move them around. Hot as the griddle is, they're gonna cook in no time. But that's gonna be the first cook, guys. And just like that, we're gonna call it a day. We seasoned our grill. We did our first cook of onions. We put them all over the grill. And we tested that non-stick surface everywhere is good. Proof that we did a good job. I don't eat these onions. The first cook I just throw away. They're just for more of a cleaning. Again, clean off everything we've done, all the smoking that we did on it. Beautiful. Couldn't have hoped for better results. Look at them. You can sight them everywhere. Things screaming hot. Onions are sizzling. but they're not sticking anywhere. Now you can cook out here anything, breakfast, lunch, dinner, hundreds of recipes. We love our burgers, of course, eggs in the morning. You've seen me do hash browns, French toast, pancakes, but we also like to do some shrimp out here, some chicken, some beef sometimes, fajitas. Taco season is right around the corner. Now that the weather's getting a little bit warmer, we're going to use this even more. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Don't forget to comment, like, subscribe. Tell me, what do you think? What are your thoughts? Agree with me? Don't agree with me? Tell me. Share it. I don't care. I learn. You got better suggestions, better way of doing it. Learn something new every day. Not against learning, not scared of learning. Peace out, guys.